Good morning and welcome back to another edition of Gary's Movie Emporium. Today is Thursday, the 5th of November. Just coming off a couple days of the election. Today's video is going to be about uh, a purchase I made through Horror Pack. And it was called, it's from the Horror Pack, but it's called Pop-Up Pack. And it comes in this little handled bag here. We'll get started on that. And coming up right up before I even get to the movies, they sent me a couple little decals here, sticker decals. I'd like to thank them for that. That's nice of them to do. There's two. And right off the top here, I got 3 packs of four titles. They're all DVD. I missed out on the Blu-ray because they were selling like hotcakes. And I got the DVDs. And starting off first here, I got a movie called The Unraveling. This was on Hamilton Book, so I'm kind of glad I didn't, shell out and get it ahead of time and then get it. This is from 2015. It's 82 minutes. It also says it's for Gravitas 2017, so maybe it was out in 2015, didn't hit Gravitas Ventures distributing until 2017, I'm guessing. Michael's heroin addiction is beginning to test his limits, but when he is kidnapped and taken into the woods, he soon discovers just how far those limits will go. Truly remarkable accomplishment, excellent filled with unexpected twists and turns. These guys kind of have like this Jason Voorhees thing going on, so I don't know if it's like a cult or what it is. Maybe somebody out there could tell me, or leave a comment about it in the comments below. There's the back. Looks really interesting. Next up here, movie starring Vincent Price. It's been digitally remastered. It's a House on Haunted Hill, the original cult classic. Pretty happy to get that, even though I got it, I think, in some of the Dollar Tree. Not like the physical, by itself, but one that had House on Haunted Hill. Full frame on this one, hour and 15 minutes. It is in black and white. Pretty much ain't gonna have to read this. You pretty much know the plot of the House on Haunted Hill. It's more or less about staying in this haunted house to get some money. But it's more or less what it's about. I don't know if I've ever watched the original, but that's House on Haunted Hill. I don't know if I said what year it was from. It says it's from Good Times 2000. I'm taking it this here was brought out through them 2000. I'm not sure on the year on. I'm not seeing a year for House on Haunted Hill per se here, but somewhere probably in the 40s or 50s, probably 50s. And then next up, I got a movie called Paranormal Activity, Fear of the Living and Fear of the Dead. Many twists and turns keeps the audience guessing, says Living Dead Media. Paranormal Captivity. Oh, this is a Wild Eye. Oh, wow, cool. I didn't even know that. Yeah, it's Wild Eye right there. That's cool. I did not know that. When Sarah is forced out of her home, penniless, she has to move in with her funeral director uncle, but strange things start to happen, and she is caught in a world between the living and the dead, and the horrors around her may be more than just paranormal. How to escape death in this life? Sarah must embrace what she fears most, the entities from beyond the grave who are haunting her. It's from 2012. 80 minutes on this one. Really cool looking cover there. And you got a big eyeball on the back there. A little too much of a blow up look there. I don't really looking at eyeballs per se, but that's Paranormal Captivity. And this one's kind of confusing because it's like this. It's supposed to be like this, but you have to look at it like this. But it's called The Summoning. I have this one. I'd be. It says sometimes the dead call the living, but I'd like to at some point maybe trade this off at some point because I do have. I bought this through eBay already. This is very negotiable for trade. It's a Gravitas Ventures from 2016, 87 minutes. Has Eric Roberts in it. A little too long to read, but like I say, that's the summoning. I'm gonna put these 4 back in the bag. Bit of an unboxing this video, I guess you could say. Even though it's technically in a bag. And then the next 4 up here. Like I say, these are all DVDs, guys. I believe this is part. I want to say this is part 3 on I Know What You Did Last Summer series. This one went directly to video, I believe. It's called I Always Know What You Did Last Summer. I remember liking this pretty good for what it was. It wasn't on the par of the first 2, but I remember liking it kind of good. 91 minutes from Sony Pictures. So I'm trying to see what year it is. It says 2006. I didn't think that sequel was that old. Pretty much don't have to read this either. You pretty much know it's about a killer who dresses up in fisherman gear and basically kills them with the hook that they use down by the river or sea or wherever this takes place. But there's a little bit of features on here. No Jennifer Love Hewitt or anybody like that in this at all. Just pretty much not really recognizable names really in this. I mean, I'm sure they've been in stuff, but not on the level of the first 2, because the second one had Jack Black in it, pretending to be like a Jamaican guy on an island. But that's I Always Know What You Did Last Summer. Really stoked I got that one because I love slasher films. Then I got a movie with David Faustino from Married with Children and Andrew Divoff. It's called The Boston Strangler, The Untold Story. The Last Face 13 Women Never Saw. Yeah, it's got Bud right there on the back. If you can see it, that's Bud right there. Bud, and then Andrew Divoff is right here. Pretty interesting. They got Andrew and David really, because he doesn't. I don't think he does too many horror films. It's PG-13 though. Don't really like that. It's 5.1 Dolby surround. It's a Weinstein Company release here. Home Entertainment, 2008. I'm trying to see the length on this one. Let's see. Has a director's commentary. I'm not seeing a length on this one, guys. I'm assuming it's probably somewhere around an hour and a half. A lot of 89 minutes. That's 89 minutes. And there's the back of it. And that's the Boston Strangler. Take it must be based on the real life Boston Strangler, I guess. Don't know really a lot about the Boston Strangler. I just know it's a really infamous serial killer. And then next up unfortunately I got this because I'd already gotten it. It was the original Amityville Horror. This too would be up for a trade of some sort. I got this in a past trade from, I want to say, either James or Peppermint Tribe. I'm not sure which, but it's the Amityville Horror here, the original with James Brolin and Margot Kidder. Oh, and not to forget Rod Steiger, and this is the priest. Famous scene with the flies and him freaking out and stuff. never wanting to go back there again because he goes blind. This is a really creepy atmospheric movie. That scene with Margot Kidder doing dishes or whatever in the kitchen, and those two little red eyes pop up in the right beyond the sink. That was a really good scare effect. And then next up we got City of Dead Men. I got this like it's right over there. I got this like back when I first started really trying to do these Dollar Tree hunts. I had gotten it in a store several miles away from our house now, but I had already gotten this, and it won a Morbido Film Fest special selection here. Well, it didn't win, but it was selected. Uh, Widescreen presentation on this one, 87 minutes. It's a Gravitas Ventures 5.1 and 2.0 on this one. 2016. That too would be up for trade. So far, I'm not doing too good on some of the stuff that I don't already have, but it is what it is. That's the chance you take with these sets that you get like this. Like I said, I wanted to get the Blu-ray, but it was a no-go because they sold out too fast. And then finally, I don't really consider this horror. I was a little disappointed with this one. No knock on the actors in this. It stars Malcolm McDowell, Paige Howard, and Billy Zane. It's called The Employer. How far will they go to get the job? It really don't look like horror to me. Confidential agreement. 5 qualified candidates have been interviewing for a job with the Carsharius Corporation, a large successful conglomerate whose business practices are shrouded in mystery. All 5 candidates have what it takes to be Carsharius material, but there's only one position available. On the night before the last round of interviews, they are all kidnapped and drugged. The next day, they wake up trapped together in a locked room with no hope of escape. Soon they receive a phone call from the man who interviewed them, the CEO of Carcarius, known only as the employer, Malcolm McDowell. He informs them that they are about to experience the final interview, and if it's not at all what they were expecting. So I don't know if there's a fight for survival kind of movie here, but not too happy about this being a selection because I just don't. I mean, I guess there's elements of horror, but maybe it's really good. I don't know. It's from 2013, 89 minutes on this one. Modern, violent, full of nasty twists. The employer grabs you and won't let you go. It says LA horror. And how many times have we heard that? And it's disappointing. So, and that's The Employer with Malcolm McDowell here. And Billy Zane. Those are the 2 familiar names I know on this one. I don't like it when these pop-up banners come up. I mean, I could disable them, but I just hate to have you guys hear them in the video. Okay, let's set that aside. Oh, and then another one that I got. I'm pretty sure I got this from Peppermint Tribe. It's a Magnolia title here. It's called Pulse, or aka Cairo, or Cairo. The original Japanese horror thriller that inspired the remake. Says it's the scariest film of the year, says Gavin Smith from Film Comment. It's rated R. Almost 2 hours on this one. Apparently this took place before The Grudge, before Dark Water. There was Pulse, one of the scariest films ever made from the master of Japanese horror, Kiyoshi Kurosawa. A group of young friends is rocked by the sudden suicide of one of their own. When his ghostly image appears on their computer screen, something far more horrifying is unleashed. The terror mounts as more deaths and disappearances occur. Kurosawa's Pulse is a psychologically unsettling tale which effects will endure long after the chills have subsided. Michael D'Angelo of Time Out in New York says he was more frightened than I've ever been in a movie theater. So this did have a theatrical release at some point, 2005. Like I said, it's almost 2 hours. I'm trying to see if it's English. No, you have to watch this subtitled. It only has a Japanese 2.0 stereo track on this one. 1:78:1. So gives it widescreen. Yeah, widescreen. And that's that one. I got two more here, and that'll wrap up. The pop-up pack here from in conjunction with Horror Pack, and a little disappointed with this one too, because I had gotten this in the Horror Pack. Katie Holmes and Guy Pearce. I love this movie, but movie presented by Guillermo del Toro. Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. I really like this one. I saw this one at the theater. Had its creepy moments. It's rated R, I believe. I'm not sure if they made a sequel to this. I can't remember. And if they did, I think it went directly to video. I can't remember. I get this and another one mixed up. Does have a little bit of special features here. Not seeing a length. Oh, okay, 99 minutes on this one. Evil never stays buried forever. While architect Alex Hurst and his new girlfriend, Katie Holmes, restore their Gothic mansion's period interiors, Alex's young daughter, Sally, or Bailey Madison, can investigate the dark corners of the estate. She begins hearing raspy whispers coming from the basement, and her curiosity gets the better of her. She finally opens the door to an army of beady-eyed, sharp-clawed little monsters. The horror is real, and she and her family are in peril. She tries to warn everyone, but no one is listening. Creature effects in this were done really, really well. And like I said, it stars Katie Holmes and Guy Pearce. I'm not sure what year I said this was out, if I said it at all. 2011, I believe. Sounds about right. About how long ago I would have seen it. And that was Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. And I was really pleased with this one. I think I might have even gotten this at the Dollar Tree. But what I was pleased about in this last one here, the show, is the movie VHS. But here's the kicker. It's a Horror Pack exclusively signed, I guess, by the director, I'm guessing. I don't really know. I'm going to look and see if it was the director that signed this. Producer, Adam Wingard. Something. See. If it's one of the actors, maybe. Ty West was responsible for this as well, along with Adam Wingard, David Bruckner, Glenn McQuaid, Joe Swanberg, and Radio Silence. Well, this is a 2012, 116 minutes from Magnolia here. This was a creepy little, I guess you could call it like an anthology of sorts here. Found footage mixed, But I'm trying to see what the... Boy, it's hard to... Looks like it says David Bruckner, I'm guessing. I'm not sure. Kind of looks like it says Paul. don't know if there's anybody named Paul in this, or maybe somebody out there that got this could tell me who signed this, because kind of hard to make out the writing, but it's right there. I don't know if you can see it too good. There you go. But I can't make out who would have signed it, but I was really stoked that I got a signed copy of something. And I'll probably keep it in this plastic. Because I do, like I say, I do have VHS, I think, on DVD. From Dollar Tree's past. But really hard to make out who that is. But that wraps up what I got. I was hit or miss with some things, but overall it was worth the money I paid for the 12 mystery DVDs. Would have liked to taken a chance on the Blu-ray, but maybe that's for another video. But that's my pop-up pack from Horror Pack, and I'd like to thank them for offering such a great deal, and maybe you too can be a part of one in the future. But I'm gonna put a link in the description on how to get a hold of them through Facebook or their website, whatever would be the easiest way for anyone to get a hold of them. But that wraps up the pop-up pack that I got, and that's VHS. And I hope everybody enjoyed this video. This has been long overdue. I'm not sure when I'll be back again, because I'm if I do anything, it's probably going to start being review time, because I need to get caught up on the Wild Eye titles. And then before I go, I wanted to show you what I picked up on eBay recently. Just because I didn't want to make a special one movie video. It's the classic from 1985, I think. I think that's what year this is from. Just One of the Guys. It finally hit DVD and Blu-ray, because I guess it was out of print. But it's pretty much self-explanatory. A girl wanting to become a guy to see if it's just people being, sexist, in other words. Because that was a big movement back then in the 80s, kind of. And it's gotten really big now with the movement. But she's 18, looking great. And now Terry Griffith is about to set off an epidemic of comic hysteria when she enrolls in a new high school as just one of the guys. But she's trying to prove everybody wrong, so she disguised herself as a guy. But everybody knows what that's about. I'm sure people have watched this 100 times. But that wraps up what I got this time around, and I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video in the next day or two. Take care, and I'll see you again, guys. Bye.